we are finally back. It's been a long time. We've just been busy. We're gonna get right into it. The video is gonna be over what anime we would recommend to new people. We all three have a different one and different reasons why. So hope that any new anime watchers, anyone think about getting into it, can learn something and maybe get more people towards the anime community because it's pretty great. So we're gonna start out with Daniel. He's got, I'm pretty sure, an anime that I don't even think I've watched. So
Yeah, so the anime I chose to kind of talk about on what I think new people should watch is Another. I don't think a lot of people have watched Another. I think more people should watch Another. It's more of a dark anime, and I feel like new people should watch it just because everyone hears about like all the action anime and like all the slice of life anime, but Another is more like mystery, kind of like sci-fi mystery. I don't know about sci-fi, but it is a big mystery anime. Uh, so I just feel like there's not enough mystery animes out there that kind of do it like Another does. It's got a big like paranormal feel to it. So I just feel like dark anime, paranormal, mystery. It's just a good combination for interesting first anime for people to watch.
yeah, because that is like you said, you want to be different than the uh, fighting, the shonens, and all that. Um, but is it a long one? Because I know I would never recommend One Piece. I haven't watched it, but I wouldn't recommend anything long except for probably Naruto because most of it is filler and
Mm.
you can just skip it.
Yeah, it's only 12 episodes, so
All right,
it's pretty easy to kind of get into. It's not too intimidating. Like it's not Naruto with
seven
first part of
hundred
Naruto,
twenty.
then Shippuden with 500 episodes.
It doesn't matter to some people.
12-minute episodes or 20-minute episodes, 12 episodes, and I feel like each episode too is just really like it gets the viewer's attention too. So
Is it like a whodunit type of deal? Is that like the mystery aspect of it?
uh kind of, but not in the same way of like normal who done it.
Done it. Okay.
There
It's not who
it's
done it, who's
there's a
too
pretty
big.
big like
It's
twist
different.
in it. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, okay.
They do a really good job of like building up the ideas of what could actually be happening.
All right. T, yours is your starter anime. I think my third, maybe Daniel's second, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe his third. So let's go.
Yeah,
Get into
so
that.
mine was AOT, Attack on Titan. I think it's just a really good anime to start off on because, like, it's not the everybody is super juiced up. Like, people can die whenever in this, and I like that aspect. Like, it's not always like, oh, well, this dude's so overpowered, no matter what you hit him with, he's gonna die. No, like, Titans just will just eat people. Um, and I think it's got a lot of good suspense. I think the story in it is really just a damn good story that they've done with it. There's some pretty good twists. They do a lot of foreshadowing. That like now when like if I were to go back and watch it, there's a lot of like little stuff that I would notice that completely just went over my head when I first watched it. It's it's definitely I think an easy one to grab your attention. That's why I think it'd be like a good starter one because I feel like right off the bat you kind of just get introduced to like the world that they live in, and I think the three main characters in it, I think they all play off of it. Well, I guess there's kind of like four, whatever you consider Levi, but
Hmm.
the three main characters I think play off each other very well. They all of them have their own like strength, and then I think Aaron's really the only one that's just I think he just gets mad pretty easily and just gets that out of in his head. But I think it's a like it was the first one not technically it's the first one I finished all the way through. And just like the whole time it was just binge watching. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna watch an episode here or there. Like the story just constantly kept me going. Kept me I guess intrigued with it. I like some switch ups like in some of the seasons how they like go about like like season three. I don't want to say what happens in season three, but I like the shift in season three.
Oh yeah.
When someone else pops out, I like that a lot.
Some people
Um,
don't.
I gotta wait to see how it ends. I know you guys know how it ends. I haven't read them before. I kind of want to see it get animated.
You might got
Um,
2-3 years on that one, buddy.
yeah, yeah. I might have like 10 years and 16 different parts for it
It's not
to
even a
come
lot of
through.
episodes either. That's the crazy part.
No, yeah, they're just gonna do 16 parts of the ending just to milk out as much as they can. Um, but I think it's a very solid. It's. I think it's even got more of like the horror kind of like feel to it.
Mm.
Because with the Titans, like they're looked at as just like killers, like they're just bloodthirsty killers through all of it. And you figure more stuff out about them as it goes, but when you're first like brought the first three episodes, I feel like you're pretty. It sets the tone pretty well that like they have to stay away from these things. Things are just wild.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, like you said, it gets you the first episode. It's off the bat. You know what's going on. You know about the world. So say I think first panel is kind of like
Yeah, I feel like
you're
it's
there.
pretty. It definitely didn't take the I guess story that I kind of thought it was gonna go along for sure. But it was a very easy like it just swiped me under the bed like a monster. It's like all right, you're gonna watch this now, and it was pretty good. I don't even think I really disliked it. In it, I thought all of them were pretty solid.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with everything you said. Like I said, that was like my third. The only thing I would say that somebody might have to get over is the Titan appearance. And if you
Yeah,
think of it
that
more
is
of a
true.
joke more than anything, because they made me laugh seeing them more than anything. But
That's kind of how I felt. Like I didn't look at it like the fact that they look goofy. I kind of you had to look through it like through like the character's eyes. Like these are scary monsters. Like I get it, they look goofy to us, but if you just look through it through their eyes, like these things are just bloodthirsty, will just chomp you down, no problem.
yeah,
I think then it gives it a little bit more of a different feel to it. Um, I personally, I think it was just something that you could eat. Like, yeah, it's funny to laugh at the first few episodes, but I think you kind of
yeah.
look through it and get over it after a
So
couple.
it's
It's
like
really that big of
normal
a deal.
after a while.
Yeah,
And when they are on screen, something serious is happening. Is the
yeah,
way the
something is
world is
going
set
down.
up.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
Anything else? Anything you want to add, Daniel?
Uh, one thing that I was kind of thinking of is I agree that it is a good anime for new people to watch, but one thing that people would kind of have to get used to is like a shifting plot line. I
That's
feel like
true.
that
Yeah,
happens a lot in AOT, and if people aren't used to anime and the plot shifts all the time and new characters are introduced and then you learn new things after you already thought you knew everything. I feel like that could kind of be hard to grasp for some people, but
Kind of
I,
like
I think it's a really good anime for a lot of people to watch. So,
saying a lot of shonens, it's you get because I've looked it up. It said it's a shonen. To me, it's not. It's a horror fantasy type. But and a lot of them, it's like Naruto starts out. He wants to be the Hokage. That's his one goal. No matter what's going on, that's his goal. And Attack on Titan, it's like you said, it definitely shifts a little bit.
hmm
well, in Naruto, it kind of shifts off of not really because like that's his end goal
So that's still
in
his goal,
Naruto,
but like
but
what's
but
happening?
in
Yeah.
some cases, yeah, it shifts off of that.
Oh yeah.
But even in like the part I am, like he's being kind of reminded what he needs to be. Like his dream needs to continue like going on and not worry about one thing.
Mhm. So mine is Hunter x Hunter. I don't know if you're a longtime viewer of the channel. You've heard me bring it up, and we've only had one video on it. So I've definitely brought it up my fair share of times. But the reason I picked it is the story is very good. It's also very easy to get into. The story is very easy to get behind. And on top of that, every episode, like T said, every episode kind of grabs you. And Hunter x Hunter anime does do it really well, where they cut it off and everything. But in Hunter x Hunter, every episode it just keeps grabbing you and grabbing you. Like, oh, what's gonna happen? And there is a lot of twist if you are into that type. So the story is very concrete in what's going on and what he wants to do, but the twists and turns it takes, which makes for a good story because it's a journey of a 12-year-old boy, 11 to 12-year-old boy. It's not going to be this line out linear path. So that is why I would pick that for the story based, and then the fights. Your guys' two shows don't really have many fights. A lot of people that do get want to go into anime, get into anime, it's because of the fighting, like Dragon Ball and Naruto. So I would say the fights are really good. My favorite fight in all of anime is one of the one of the earlier fights in the series. Couple of great fights early on, like what 30 episodes would you say, Daniel? 30, 40?
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah. So that's another reason, and the author does a really good job with the main characters have really good development, really good backstories behind them. Some of the other characters that are side characters, and maybe you're like, okay, I don't like when authors go into detail of this character or that character. This one, you don't really gotta worry about it. You'll get you if they need a backstory, you'll get one. If not, you might forget about them later, bit down the line. Yeah, I ain't got much. Say besides that, I know it's a pretty simple story to follow along. So
Yeah,
I will definitely say it has intrigued me. I definitely there was a part where I was still going through Naruto, and I was debating on giving Naruto a break just for a little bit, just because I didn't want to finish it so fast, and I was gonna start Hunter x Hunter. But then I think the tuning exams or something happened, so it just kind of glued me back in.
yeah, I
But
remember
I will
telling me
say
about
I
that.
do like what like one of the main characters. His abilities are just something that I personally like seeing an anime character just some stuff. Um, I'm definitely gonna have to give it a try someday. I'm not sure when that is gonna be. It's probably gonna be whenever I finish Naruto at some point.
Yeah, you're
But
cooking, so you're already on the
I
war.
it's definitely yeah. I'm flying Naruto. It's actually wild, but it's definitely gonna be one of those that I can already tell it's probably just gonna glue me, not be able to stop watching it like I do Naruto. Like you were saying, like how it's just like how the episode ends. It just continues. Like just want to go watch another one. I'm very very bad about that kind of stuff late at night, and I could easily knock out like 10 episodes if it just keeps doing like cliffhangers and stuff
Mm.
like that. Like I'm just it doesn't even matter the anime bad about like putting stuff like down and
Yeah,
finally going to bed.
it
So
it's not terribly long either. It's only 148 episodes, and the manga is continuing. The author's back from his hiatus, 3 year break. So you also have that to look forward to after you finish it. And then if you want to take a break, start something new. So I think it's perfect for beginners. It was my second one I ever watched, and it's still my favorite to this day.
yeah. I think it was one of the first ones I watched. I watched a little bit of Naruto, and then I watched Hunter x Hunter.
So part one Naruto, I
And
think you finished first.
yeah, for me, Hunter x Hunter it's a great anime. I would recommend it to anyone who's starting anime. For me though, it was kind of confusing on like how he was going to get to his end goal at a lot of spots. I felt like a lot of the things that he was doing, he was kind of like doing it for, no reason or for just like, uh, obviously it's to get to his end goal, but I just felt like it wasn't clear enough on how it was like building up to that point.
All right. Say if you, I can answer that later after the video if you want. If there is a question you want answered.
No, it's okay. I was just bringing it up so that people knew how I felt.
No, you're good. But yeah, obviously you can tell how I feel about this series. I have 3 bookshelves and one's dedicated to one show. So, but yeah, I think that's about it for us. Anything you guys want to end on?
well, we brought it up 100 times. Might as well throw Naruto in that list
No,
too. I feel like that's a
that's the one
if you're
all of us but you
if
started on.
I think if you want just like straight up hands being thrown, people just busting out abilities, I think Naruto is a good start.
Abilities. Let's say Dragon Balls.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. If you want just people who are just about scrap, like I'm only like 8 episodes in or something. I can just tell they scrap all the time in that show. So
About
that's
all it
another
is.
one. If it really just depends on what you're looking for.
So if you don't want a story,
If
you
you want
want
story,
it's
and you just
Dragon
want
Ball.
people just beating the piss out of each other, I think Dragon Ball would be a good start. I'm sure it's got some story to it. Like I said, I'm only
Story's
a
a
certain amount
second,
of
maybe
episodes in.
third thought for that series.
Yeah, it's just it's something you definitely just go through. Like if you're just scrolling through like some Crunchyroll or Hulu, go to the little anime thing and just kind of scroll through it. There's some good options there. Some stuff that might you know be your tea or whatever. Some other good stuff's coming out that I've already read.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty good. So it's definitely a good time to be alive to be an anime fan.
So I'll say
That's for sure.
my honorable mention would be Jujutsu Kaisen also.
Jujutsu Kaisen is another, I think, really good one. Demon Slayer is a really
Tease
good one.
Naruto
That's mine.
and Demon Slayer. Those are all great, and Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen are new, so newer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but drop in the comments what you guys would recommend to somebody who's new to anime. Might be something that we haven't watched, and we could give it a try. Also, we definitely want to know what you guys think. So
Yeah.
Definitely would appreciate the feedback for sure.
Say like if you like the video. If not, I mean, we'll try better next time. But
And
if you
if
enjoy
you do
us,
put it in the comments,
subscribe.
don't try to spoil people. Don't try to spoil people in the comments. Like if someone's going through there and they're actually interested, don't be like, oh, well, this happens and that kind of stuff. Just like, give like your reason and then not exactly spoil
We're a
some good
small
stuff.
channel. I still get notifications on almost every content unless it's a short. So I'll just delete it if that's the case. So if you are curious and asking for feedback, don't worry. I'll delete any spoilers that any new person has. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for stopping in.
Peace out.
see ya.